To have you. I am now back in Munich, as you can see, after a lovely 5 days in the mountains. So it's wonderful that I'm getting all these questions from you, and good morning. And yeah, so yesterday I've recorded 2 podcasts now, so I'm just doing the editing and the technical side of it, and then I'm looking forward to launching it. Nina, thanks for asking about it. But what I've noticed is there's a somewhat of a similar theme through some of them, and it has to do with resistance. And that's not what you're asking. You're not saying, how do I deal with resistance? Because you're not necessarily recognizing it as resistance. And so basically the questions will be more like, I want to do this, but I don't know how to make it happen. Like, I know I should take care of this. I know I should take care of myself. I know I should do more yoga. I know I should eat better. I know that I should spend time in this way. I know I should tackle my creative projects. I know I should be doing the things I love more. I should be going to bed early, whatever it is. And yet I don't, and yet I can't. And that is resistance. That, to recognize it as resistance, and almost to see resistance in a very dramatic way, but as something that is working against you. It's kind of like an evil force that is wanting to sabotage the things that you love, taking care of yourself, creative projects, all of that. That is its agenda. It's an aspect of the ego state. It's an aspect of the mind that is interested in one thing only, and that is safety. It's not interested in change, evolution, development, growth, connection. It's only interested in safety and not changing things. It's fear-based, and it's interested in survival. So it wants to understand things even if it's wrong. So as long as it can make a story, it doesn't matter about the truth. It's also not interested in truth. That is the nature of resistance, and we deal with it every single day. And I do recommend a book. It's called The War of Art, and it goes very deep into different forms that resistance takes. Okay, so today and I've started to address a few things here in the morning, but today I want to talk about my particular favorite brand of resistance that I come up against, and that is, it's very sneaky. It comes in the form of education, book reading, and taking courses. So if I want to start something, most likely I'll do a course in it first. You know, let me see what course I can do, what book I can read. And then I spend for example, the War of Art. I'll read about creating something. I'll read about writing. I'll read about things, take a course in, you know, and I'm not saying that, and that's why it's sneaky, because it's not like taking courses is bad. Reading is wonderful. But just to notice when you're avoiding doing the thing because you're learning so much about it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So that's my one particular brand of resistance. I have many, but this is one. Maybe it is for you too. And just notice how sneaky this resistance thing can come up in your life. And I think the main thing that we can deal with just right now is to recognize it as resistance. So you have to get very present in the moment. When you notice that you want to do something, like right now I could create something. Right now I could care a little bit more for myself. Right now I could go to bed early. What comes up that makes you stop doing it? Like, what makes you reach for the distracting thing? What thought comes up? You have to be very, very aware, very, very honest, and to just recognize it as resistance. That's the first step. Okay, so we'll get deeper and more into it as we go. But for now, let's work on the practice. And I mean, doing the asana practice certainly can go a long way in dealing with resistance and breaking through. And how we do that is we get in touch with the breath, and we practice the self-awareness. As we move through the poses that are a little bit more difficult, a little bit more uncomfortable, notice what comes up for you. Okay, it's not a small ask, that's a big ask. Okay, so start at the front edge of your mat. Your toes and heels are together. And you're going to exhale the breath out. I'm going to stand on this side so I'm out of the sun patch. And then inhale, hook your thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. Just warming up a little bit into the body. Exhale, bend your knees. Swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, and then extend your legs. The neck is relaxed. Inhale, bring your hands to the floor. Step your right foot back to lunge. Look forward. And press back, downward facing dog as you exhale. Forward to plank pose. Inhale, shoulders over the elbows and the wrists. Hinge a little bit forward. Slowly bend the elbows. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog or cobra as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Pay attention to the breath. Inhale forward to plank pose, shoulders over the elbows and the wrists. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Slide the body forward, cobra. Inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to the heels. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, inhale. Try to make no sound when you move on your mat. Exhale, left foot joins the right one, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back, extend the legs. Other side, exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind your back, clasping hands together. Inhale, hands to the floor, left foot back to lunge, look forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Forward to plank pose, inhale, shoulders over, elbows and wrists. Hinge a little bit forward, chaturanga, exhale, strong tummy. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Plank pose, inhale. Knees, chest, chin to the floor, exhale. Cobra, inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back, extend the legs. And exhale, come to stand, hands by your sides. Take a moment, breathe in. And breathe out. Again, inhale, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, extend the legs. Inhale, hands to the floor, right foot back to lunge, look forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Forward to plank pose, inhale. And chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Good, downward facing dog, exhale. Plank pose, inhale, shoulders over elbows and wrists. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Slide the body forward, cobra, inhale. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. And one more time. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together. Inhale, hands to the floor, left foot back to lunge, look forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Forward to plank pose, inhale. And chaturanga, exhale with control. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Plank pose again, inhale. Knees, chest, chin to the floor, exhale. Cobra, inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to the heels. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, inhale, no sound. Right foot forward, exhale, straight into the forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back, extend the legs. And exhale, come to stand, hands by your sides. Take a moment, breathe in and breathe out. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Fold forward over your legs. Grab a hold of your big toes with the thumb and forefingers. The thumbs are on top for Padangusthasana. First, inhale, lengthen the spine forward. And then exhale, fold. Bring your chest to your thighs, your forehead towards the shins. The elbows will go out to the sides. Elongate through the spine, so flatten out the low back. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades in towards each other and breathe. Cultivate stillness in the body by evening out the breath and deciding to just be still. The only movement will come because of your breath. And you'll notice with time, especially on the exhalation, the body starts to open. You can go a little bit deeper. Keep holding the toes, inhale, lengthen the spine forward, look up. Exhale, hands to your hips, chin is in line with the sternum, so the neck is nice and long. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, Tadasana, hands at the heart center, close your eyes and just feel. Hands by your sides. Inhale, come into Utkatasana, deeply bend the knees. Reach the arms out in front of you. If you can, bring your palms to touch or keep your hands shoulder distance apart, but the gaze is lifted. Breathe. Make sure you're contracting the navel in towards the back body, extend to the elbows. I know it's tough. Welcome to resistance. Notice the part of you that wants to give up, do something else. Notice what happens within the mind and the thinking. Good. One more deep inhale. And exhale, fold forward, bring your hands to the floor. Once the hands touch the floor, then extend the legs. Uttanasana, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine, forward, look up. Exhale, step back to plank pose and hold. Inhale, breath here. And press back downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, extend your right leg back and up behind you. Hold as you exhale. Hips are level, so parallel. There's a strong flex in the right foot. Equal pressure in both your hands. Pull the ribs into the body so you lengthen through the lower lumbar. You're not collapsing in the low back. Breathe. Look forward. Inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, bring your left heel to the floor, 45 degrees. You're gonna come up warrior one. Inhale, lift the arms up, palms touch, look up at your thumbs. And exhale, sink down into the front knee and interlace your fingers behind your back. Puffing up the chest. Inhale, look up, make sure your left hip is moving all the way forward. And then exhale, come into humble warrior. So you're gonna bring your right shoulder to rest on top of the right knee. Relax the neck, the crown of the head draws down towards the floor. The right hip moves back, the left hip continues to move forward, and you pull your clasped hands over towards the floor in front of you. Full, steady, deep breath. Stay there. Stand down through both feet. Inhale, come back into warrior one. The right knee still stays bent. Exhale. Then inhale, extend to the right leg. Exhale, open arms, chest and hips to the side, adjusting your feet as you need to. Inhale, extend out over the right leg. And exhale, hinge down sideways. Right hand to the shin, to the ankle, maybe to the floor or a block. Then bring the left bicep towards the left ear, but not if the left shoulder collapses forward. Keep it moving all the way back. Look up, pull the ribs in, but spiral the chest open. Breathe. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, look down at your right big toe. Stand down through both feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Use your tummy. And then exhale, turn your right toes in. Bring your hands to your hips. The heels are a little bit out. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lift in the chest, look up. And exhale, fold forward. Bring the crown of your head down towards the floor. Hands are still on your hips. The elbows pointing up. The weight is out of the heels towards the balls of the feet. The knees can be slightly bent, long spine. And then keep that alignment with the back. Bring your hands to the floor and walk your hands a little bit further back. So the palms stay flat, the elbows bend, almost like chaturanga elbows. So you take your hands as far back as you can. It might be that you have to bend your knees in order to get your palms flat. That's okay. And then from there, ultimately, you're trying to extend through the legs, trying to bring the crown of the head down towards the floor. Full, deep, steady breath. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come up to stand. And exhale, come to stand at the front edge of your mat, toes and heels together. Take a moment, just feel all sensation, all feeling, let it move through you. No resistance, no analysis, no judgment. And then Utkatasana, inhale, deeply bend the knees again. Reach the arms out in front of you. If you can, bring your palms to touch, just as a transition. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Uttanasana, relax the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine, forward, look up. Exhale, step back to plank pose and hold it here. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor. Exhale, chest and chin to the floor. Lie flat on your belly. Bring your forearms to the floor for Sphinx pose. So elbows directly underneath the shoulders. The legs are active, pulling the chest forward. Breathe, cultivate the stillness. Every time you exhale, feel the navel contract in towards the back body. One more deep inhale. And exhale, forehead to the floor, hands underneath your shoulders. Keep the tops of your feet down. Press back into child's pose. Seat to the heels, the forehead down. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, you're going to tuck your chin. Inhale, roll up so that you're sitting on your heels. Knees are together and exhale. You're going to turn your palms to face out. So the soft part of the elbow faces out. You're going to take your hands back and see if you can grab a hold of your heels. Okay, the thumbs will be on the outside of your feet. You're going to round the back. So tuck the chin into the chest, navel in towards the back body, all the way down so you bring the very crown of your head to touch the floor. You still got a hold of your heels if you can, and then press down to the crown of the head. Pull on your heels so you round the back as much as you can. Navel in towards the back body. This is called rabbit pose. Keep pulling on your heels around the back, almost like you want to do a, somersault forward. I don't know what that is in German. Breathe. One more inhale. And exhale, seat to the heels, uncurl the spine, one vertebra at a time. Rest your hands on your knees. Take a moment. Onto your hands and knees again. Tuck the toes and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your left leg back and up behind you. Hold as you exhale. Breathe. Look forward, exhale, left foot forward in between your hands, right heel to the floor. Rise up, warrior one, inhale, palms touch. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the palms together, pull your right hip forward, inhale, lift, look up, and exhale, fold forward. Bring your left shoulder, rest on top of the left knee. Relax the neck, pull the right hip forward, left hip back. Pull your hands over towards the floor in front of you. Stand down to the feet, inhale, come back. Warrior one, left leg is still bent. Exhale, I know it's tough. And then inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, open arms, chest and hips to the side. Adjust your feet as you need to prepare for triangle pose. Inhale, extend out over the left leg. And exhale, hinge down sideways. Trikonasana, right bicep to the right ear if that's where you're going. But keep spiraling the chest open towards the ceiling. Playing with the edges. holding the pose, noticing where the resistance comes in, and staying anyway. And then exhale, look down, leading with the right arm. Inhale, come up, use your tummy. Exhale, turn your left toes in, release your hands by your sides. Take a moment, just feel. Good, come to stand in the middle of your mat. Bend your knees, bring your feet to fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot forward, and then sit down. And then you're going to fold forward over both your legs, Paschimottanasana. Long in the back, hinging at the hips, sit bones go way back. Chin in line with the sternum, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Every exhale finds you surrendering a little bit more, a little bit deeper. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, come up. Ardha Matsyendrasana, right knee into the chest, right foot to the outside of the left leg. Bend the left knee, left heel to the outside of the right hip, sit both sit bones flat. Right hand on the floor behind you. Inhale, extend the left arm up. And exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Make a twist, looking over your right shoulder. Long exhale, twist a little bit deeper, a little bit more. And then inhale, look forward. Release your hands, straighten out the bottom leg, straighten out the top leg, straight into the other side. Left leg on top of the right one. Bend the right knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And twist all the thigh. One more deep breath in. Long exhale, twist a little bit more. And then face forward. Release your hands. Straighten out the bottom leg. Straighten out the top leg. Extend the arms out in front of you. Uncurl the spine. Come to lie down. And relax for a moment. Make sure you have a block nearby. If you don't, that's okay. Just extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling for Viparita Karani. Otherwise, you slide the block underneath the sacrum. Extend the legs up. Relax. You also have the option to do shoulder stand here, which means you lift the seat all the way up. Come all the way up into the shoulder balance if the neck is okay. Otherwise, the legs are extended. Cultivating the stillness. If you're in shoulder stand, bring your feet above your head for Halasana to touch the floor. If you're in plow pose, uncurl the spine to come out one vertebra at a time. And it all meets up in the same place. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Take the block out if you had it. Seat down, extend the legs, then just relax for a moment. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Knees flop out to the sides. Palms face up, Supta Baddha Konasana. Breathing is still natural. No control over the breath anymore. Just be still. And then bring your knees together, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Come back to the stillness. And bring your feet to the floor, extend the legs for a mini Shavasana. Close your eyes, relax. And then slowly moving fingers and toes, stretching into ankles and wrists, and into your entire body as you take your arms above your head, stretching it out, fingertip to toe tip. And then just relax again, flop back into the floor as you are. Hug your knees into your chest and roll to your right side. And then pushing yourself up to sit in a comfortable seated, cross-legged meditative position. Rest your hands on your knees, close your eyes, and decide to be perfectly still. Resistance loves movement. Resistance loves distraction. So we practice here resisting the urge to move for any reason whatsoever. Just for these few minutes. You're going to focus your attention now on all and every sound that you can notice. They can be very close to you, they can be in the mid-distance, they can be in the far distance. Just allow the sound to come to you. What can you notice? letting go of how you think it should be, how you prefer it to be, and instead cultivate an attitude of deep acceptance for what you're experiencing. It might be that you can develop and cultivate an attitude of appreciation for what you hear. These are the levels of awareness. We go either in acceptance, next level would be appreciation. One after that would be total flow, bliss, connected experience. Each of these stages are doorways into greater states of awareness. One's not better than the other. Just use the sound as a doorway in to being as conscious and aware in this moment as you can. Try not to get stuck on one particular sound. Become so still that you notice more and more. Noticing when the mind starts thinking, it's normal, it's okay. The only job is to notice when it's happened, let that thought go, come back to the experience of sound. Keep doing it. That's part of the process. This bringing back of the mind, that is the meditation process. It's part of it. And then you can choose to stay there as long as you like. If you're moving out, bring your hands together at your heart center, your chin to your chest. Sincerely acknowledging your effort, thanking yourself for choosing to spend your time, your resource, your energy in this way this morning, or whenever you're doing this practice. Namaste.